Hi friends, and welcome to my very first ever attempt at a vlog. Crazy times. So why am I doing this? Well, I have decided to take part in Cancer Research UK's February Sugar-Free Challenge. So for the entirety of February, I am going to cut out free sugars in honour of my nan, Patricia Pearson, who sadly passed away from cancer a few years ago. As you probably all know, Cancer Research UK is doing some amazing stuff. They help diagnose cancer earlier, they help develop new treatments, introduce new legislation, they personalise cancer treatments so that people who go for it don't feel too alone, and they just generally help the campaign for beating cancer in a much more productive way. So all of the money that I raise will be going to them, and hopefully we can raise a fair bit. So what does this challenge involve? Well, it's mainly the cutting out of free sugars, so I'm still doing the research myself because I've gone a bit crazy and just decided to do this on the fly. Yay! So free sugars are basically any sugars that are added to food, or the sugars that are naturally found in things like honey or maple syrup or unsweetened fruit juices. So the average UK person is supposed to have about 5% of their daily calories come from free sugars. In reality, we have about 12.1% come from them at the moment. And I'm probably guilty of this too. I mean, I didn't consider myself to be a sugar nut up until recently, and then I started thinking about it, and yeah, I really love dark chocolate and brownies and chutney. Chutney is probably my biggest weakness in the entire world. So I've got some work to do in this upcoming challenge, so how am I going to tackle it? The current game plan is still evolving at this particular point. So right now, the major changes straight away are going to be to cut out all of the brownies, all of the cookies, all of the nice sugary sweet treats that I absolutely love, and no granola, back to porridge for me, which is wonderful anyway because I love porridge, but I'm gonna miss brownie. Yeah, and from there I'm also going to cut out chutney. I'm going to be making my own sauces for cooking because a lot of stuff gets snuck in there that you wouldn't really expect. I'm planning on not being so strict with monitoring, but just making the sensible choices, avoiding anything that obviously has a lot of sugar in it, really looking at food labels, and as I'm going along I'm going to be doing my research. I don't want to get sucked into a fad diet. This isn't anything gimmicky, so all of my research is coming from the NHS, it's going to be coming from the Dietetic Society and everything like that. And as I learn more, I'm hoping to impart more knowledge to you guys and to get you involved and figure out how to go along with this with you together, because I've never done it before, and I'm sure that we could all do with cutting out some sugar, maybe, who knows. So yeah, in addition to the practical cutting out of sugar in order to fundraise and to raise money for Cancer Research UK, I'm going to be trying to vlog and to monitor my food, maybe show you what I'm eating, take some photos, get you involved in my life a bit more as I go along this challenge so that we can do this together. And as you all know, I'm also vegan and I do a lot of exercise and yoga and stuff like that, and if you want to hear more about that, maybe I talk about that as well. Maybe I talk about movies, maybe I talk about just general life stuff, who knows, it's a vlog. I hear that they're crazy random and that you can do loads of stuff with them. So hopefully we can figure it all out together. But right now I'm really psyched and I'm really excited to start this challenge. Not only is it new in terms of cutting out sugar, but also new in terms of learning how to vlog. This setup is crap, but we will get there and I will improve as I go along. I'm literally filming this on my phone right now, so yeah, it's not an ideal setup. In the dark as well, so it's not ideal. But I'll learn. And hopefully, again, I can share some of the tips that I learn as I go along. So for now, if you could go down into the description, I will have put the link to my fundraising page. Shout out to Josh, who has already given so much, like a really good amount of money. I mean, I was checking the site earlier for the Cancer UK Research fundraising page, and while it's not that helpful for actual tips for cutting out the amount of sugar, it does tell me that, if I just tilt to look, a £20 donation kits out a scientist so that they can do more research. So yay, Josh! And a huge shout out to Andy as well, who has inspired me to do this with his daily updates. I really enjoy those, so I don't know if this is going to be daily, but I'll definitely be vlogging as much as I can in as many different situations as I can. So hopefully it will all go well. And yeah, links down below. Follow this page if you want. I would really love to do this with all of my friends and family. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Let's see how this goes.